Welcome to this week's episode of Holly's Racing Fantasy. I'll bring you the latest news and what's going on around NASCAR. We'll hit the highlights from last week's race, and I'll give you my fantasy picks for this upcoming week. Join John and I for all things fantasy, and we're going to have a whole lot of fun while we do it. Stick around. Holly's Racing Fantasy is sponsored by Fifth Down Fantasy. For the latest NFL news and pro football and NASCAR picks, trust the gang over at Fifth Down Fantasy. Since 2016, Fifth Down Fantasy has been a favorite destination for football fanatics looking for smart and savvy advice and analytics. Visit fifthdownfantasy.com today. Fifth Down Fantasy, real fantasy advice by and for real fantasy players. Okay, here's the recap of the Pennzoil 400 in Las Vegas last weekend. The big news is William Byron won all three stages.
Yeah.
Stage 1, Stage 2, and the race.
Yeah.
Although it didn't look like he was going to win the race if you think about it, because Kyle Larson was leading for, I can't remember how many laps. Yes, that scared me. That
for
scared
Kyle.
me. It's applause for Kyle Larson.
Yep. Applause for Kyle Larson.
And it goes on and on. But with 4 laps left in the race, Eric Almirola hit the wall. And that brought out the caution.
Yep.
So all the leaders headed down to pit road. William Byron looks like his pit crew was a little bit faster than his teammate Kyle Larson's pit crew, because guess who won the race off of pit road?
William Byron.
Exactly.
Yep.
So he took first place.
Yep.
He had a great restart, and all in all, when it all came over,
Yep.
the number 5 finished second, and the number 24 finished first.
Yeah.
And that's how it went.
Which is just, another good week for Hendrick.
Oh my gosh, yeah, it was.
Yeah.
Because guess who came in third? Alex Bowman.
Alex Bowman came in third. Bubba Wallace came in fourth. Bubba had a really good car this week. He did.
He spent a lot of time up in the top 10, and
Yeah.
really, it's like you almost feel like if there had been a couple more cautions. I know that sounds weird to say, if there had been more cautions, he might have had a chance.
Right.
But William Byron stayed up there for so long, and then Kyle Larson stayed up there for so long.
Yeah.
That he never really got a chance to get up front. And rounding out the top 5 was Christopher Bell.
Yeah.
What an odd top
That is
5,
an odd
right?
top 5. And Denny was doing good there. I mean,
Yes, Denny was doing
it
good.
was the
until
last caution that, like you said.
Right. Everybody got shuffled back on the last caution, including Ryan Blaney and Denny Hamlin and Tyler Reddick
Yeah.
and Martin Truex Jr.
Right.
Martin Truex Jr., who actually took a gamble
Yeah.
and stayed on the track when everybody pitted during a caution.
He could have. It was a gamble. But
It was. It gave him the first place, but
he
unfortunately,
listened to his crew chief.
yes, it could have worked out, but in the end, it just didn't, because those old tires just sent him right back.
He needed the tires.
He really did.
But he was probably hoping for like one of the others would make a mistake.
Exactly. He was hoping that Eric Almirola would spin out sooner.
Yes. And so, but it was a good gamble.
It was
What
a
the
good
heck?
gamble. It could have worked out, and you know what? Whatever. He still had
Martin seemed okay with it
he actually did.
in the interviews
Which
after
was
the race.
really weird, because anytime something like that would happen in the past,
Yeah.
it seems like Truex Jr. is just very, depressed, upset, mad, pissed.
He's probably on like antidepressants now that him and Sherry are over.
Maybe.
So maybe he's like on antidepressants.
You gotta
and he's
wonder.
Like, hey man, life's
Hey,
great.
man, it's all cool.
It's all cool, man.
You gotta, maybe, you never know.
You never know. Or maybe he won big in Vegas. Maybe he did some gambling and won some money, and he was just in a good
That's
mood.
possible.
Could be,
Although I did hear that his crew chief jumped out of a plane
Yes,
that
they did
weekend.
say that.
Yes, they did say that.
So he was jumping out of a plane like one week, and then next week he's calling a race for Martin Truex Jr.
Can you imagine that, for Pete's sake?
I know.
Lord, we can barely get up the energy to make this podcast every week.
I mean, come on. We just have to fight through everything. And these people are out jumping on planes and calling races.
No doubt. I do want to get into the sweetheart of the Las Vegas race, who everybody thought that Joey Logano would have a good shot at the win. But unfortunately, he got pinched into the corner by his old teammate, Brad Keselowski. Yeah, then he hit the wall, spun out.
Was it on purpose?
I don't think so. Logano says that probably he didn't mean to do it. He doesn't think Brad meant to do it, but...
It's hard to say.
It is hard to say.
It's hard to say
You never know. Well, it was 3 wide, 3 A-holes wide.
Yeah, it was 3 A's wide.
With Kyle Busch, Brad Keselowski, and Joey Logano.
One of them jerks were going to hit the wall.
Exactly.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing, too, I want to say.
Yeah.
Is, even when Logano and Keselowski were on the same team, Penske,
right,
they raced each other pretty hard.
They sure did.
They did not really get along, especially on the track.
No,
I don't know.
It
you can't say what.
Right, it seemed kind of funny.
Yeah.
I want to touch on a funny thing.
Go ahead.
In the pre-race broadcast with Chris Myers and Danica Patrick and Clint Boyer, they were down on the track, and it was really, really windy. It was windy at Vegas this weekend.
Yeah.
And Kevin Harvick came over, and he was talking with them a little bit, and Kevin Harvick was talking about how Chris Myers was having bad luck with his hair because his hair kept blowing around. And then Harvick made a joke. He said, well, I don't have to worry about that because I don't have any hair.
Yeah.
And then Chris Myers said, well, you don't have any hair. Talk to Joey Logano about that.
See?
And I said, that's the first time that anybody really has publicly acknowledged that Joey Logano got some hair.
Yeah.
So I thought that was pretty funny.
That's to our theory. I mean, no one's, we thought that.
Right.
And you thought that.
Exactly.
You were like, holy cow. When he took his hat off.
Oh my gosh. First look.
Yeah. So, yeah.
Yeah.
That just confirms what we were thinking is right.
Confirms what we were thinking. Yep. And also, I just want to touch on in case anybody out there forgets or they missed a show or they didn't know, just a gentle reminder that Kevin Harvick will be in the Fox broadcast booth next season after he retires from NASCAR.
It's going to be awesome.
He'll be up there with Clint Boyer and probably Mike Joy. I don't think he's going anywhere.
No.
As far as we know.
His mind might be going somewhere sometimes.
I love him.
I know. His voice is definitely, you love to hear him, and
he's a great,
in the booth.
Yeah, he's great.
But it can be sometimes he
calls
some
he's a little
wrong
forgetful,
racers,
but Clint's we're correcting him and calling him out when he does this season, so that's interesting.
Clint's like his little nurse, keeping him in line. No, not his nurse, but
I know.
Clint's great. Clint's a lot of fun.
Oh, Clint is so much fun, so much fun. What do you think of Danica Patrick's guest spots? You could be honest about it.
I'm not a huge fan. I like her. I think she's badass and cool.
Right.
But
you don't like her
commentary. She sounded like she had a cold too this week.
She did, didn't she?
Yeah.
Probably.
And Tony Stewart's, his too. I mean, they're just
Tony's a good analyst, but he's so dry.
Yeah.
And I will say though that I enjoyed Danica better this year than last year.
Yeah, okay.
I feel like last season there was a lot of, IndyCar and different things and a little bit more about, herself a little. Not in a bad way, but no. So I thought it was a little bit better than it was last year.
Right.
But
a little dry too.
Right. Yeah, but they're only filling in because they don't have a third person until next year when Kevin Harvick joins.
Yes,
booth.
that is going to be. Oh, look at Alexa's telling me something.
Oh boy, you know what? She's always telling me. She's always
alert.
lighting up. She's always lighting up yellow.
Yeah, she's always got something going on.
I know. Yeah. And I said, remember, I said to John this morning. I said, can we make a setting so that we could just say, Alexa, what? Instead of what is my notification? I just want to say what, because I'm so annoyed because especially, we live in, Wilmington, North Carolina, coastal area. And it seems like there's always a coastal flood advisory.
Or wind
or something. It's lighting up yellow. What? Yeah. There's a coastal flood advisory until 4 a.m. I don't really care. I don't live that coastal.
Yeah.
It would have to be a real big tsunami to kind of get to where I am.
I know. And then the minute you turn it off, there'll be like a catastrophic flood.
Yeah, that's true.
So but we got to get some new settings on her where we could just grunt like means, what's my notification?
Right. I don't know if anybody.
Where's my stuff?
If anybody.
I don't care about the flood warning.
3 grunts means where's my stuff?
3 grunts is like, where's my stuff already?
Exactly.
Though I can't complain.
I know.
Amazon's pretty fast here.
It is pretty fast here, honestly. Yeah, we get our stuff.
I ordered a shower curtain yesterday and it's like here this morning.
That was really weird.
Yeah, by the mail too. It's like, okay.
Yeah,
UPS
really
maybe, but
I know that's the good thing.
Yeah,
that's good. That's a good thing.
Yeah.
I don't know if anybody else has those problems with their smart devices, but that's that.
Yeah, I wish you could change voices too. I know you could pay for like celebrity voices and stuff, but
yeah, I don't want to pay for that.
Nah, me neither.
I need to get a British voice, I said today, because my in-laws live in London, and I said we need to get a British voice so that we can adapt to the accents. Although we do watch a lot of British TV, so
we do.
We're pretty.
Yeah,
we know what's what.
Yeah.
All right.
We're pretty hip.
We're pretty hip and British. We're British.
We're British.
The British invasion.
Oh, good evening.
Oh, a little hummy talkie singing.
NASCAR this week,
Oh, like the
there was a big crush in the world. They said, "Oh no!
Oh bloody hell!
Bloody hell! Bloody hell!"
Oh my gosh! I was going to say, isn't there a PGA announcer that's British? But I think he's Australian, right?
Yeah, I think he's Australian.
Oh, he's fun to listen to, though.
Or the Indy, maybe.
Oh, right. There's an indie guy.
Maybe.
He's probably Australian, too.
Yeah, he could be.
Yeah, I know. We don't know a lot about Indy on this hair show here.
No, we don't know that
We're
much.
all about NASCAR.
Right.
Stock car racing. All right. I think is that good with the recap?
Yeah, that's the recap and some more. We're just trying to get a little more personal.
Well, don't forget, we're going to get a little more recap with Cooter Mouse Jr.
Yeah, Cooter's going to be on this week.
Yeah. Because last week, 2 weeks ago when Cooter premiered, we had more listeners than the week when Cooter was not on.
See.
So I'm sure this will be, hopefully more people will listen.
Yeah, I think, let's get some Cooter.
Yeah.
Let's see. We'll check in with Cooter.
We'll check in with Cooter.
Now, did he make it to Vegas or was he?
Oh, he absolutely made it to Vegas.
Yeah.
He absolutely made it to Vegas. He's got some stories to share.
It's too bad he didn't get to the Auto Club, though.
Yeah, I know it's too bad because did you hear what happened at Auto Club about the cat?
The cat. Yeah, he might have something to say about that. You know how much he loves cats. and there was also, I think he would have liked to participate in the, what was those rocking chair races?
Oh, God, no, it was the recliners.
The recliners, the rocking chair.
Oh, my God. A beer in the hand and a recliner under your butt.
He would have loved that.
Going across the parking lot.
Yeah, he would have loved those.
Yeah, that would have been fun.
Yeah.
A mouse and a recliner.
But there's your audience, NASCAR.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
No.
I mean,
I'd be in one of those recliners
I would
too.
too.
So
I'm not saying, but it's just
are
like,
the audience too.
Right.
I know what you're saying though. Oh my God. But yeah, so we'll come back with a little bit of NASCAR news.
Okay.
We'll have John's going to stall out his engine with what stalls his engines for the week. And, we're going to go from there. We'll do fantasy picks for Phoenix. Yay, my favorite racetrack.
It's going to be awesome.
I love Phoenix.
Yep.
But we'll get to those too.
Yes.
So, okay, we've taken way too much time, but hey, we are trying to be a little more personable so that you all feel like you're just hanging out with us.
Yeah.
We're all hanging out in a big old hot room, sweating.
A hot room.
It's hot because all the, recording equipment is in here.
Yeah.
And
well, it's hot here because it's like 81 degrees.
my God, it is 81
Wilmington.
degrees in Wilmington.
So it's hot.
Which is way better than the 30-degree New York where I came from.
Yes.
But we don't need a weather report.
No. Let's go.
Oh, that's where you should put a little weather report.
Yeah.
Music.
I don't have any.
That's true. All right. Well, all right. Let's take a quick look see, and we'll come back with the news.
We'll be back.
All right. There's really not a whole lot of NASCAR news this week. The biggest piece of news is that Chase Elliott is out of the car indefinitely.
That's big news.
That's big news, and that's pretty much the whole news segment is going to be about Chase Elliott.
It sure is.
Because people had him as a contender for the championship this season, which, I mean, please, he probably is every season because he's a top driver.
Right, and he always gets in there in the end.
Yeah, so, he's going to win the championship. Who knows if he would have or not. But either way, which technically he still could because he's applying for a waiver so that no matter how long he is out with this injury, he can still compete for the championship.
Yeah.
So now, how did Chase Elliott get injured? Well, he broke his leg and he had to have surgery, 3-hour surgery. On the good side, he's doing fine. He's doing well. He's good. He's home. He's on the road to recovery.
Yeah, he's healthy.
As far as we know.
As far as,
But how did he break his leg, you asked? Oh, why? Was he driving in a sprint car race? No.
No.
Was he up at the Chili Bowl? No.
No.
Did he fall off a curb?
No.
No. He was snowboarding. He needed a little bit of a family time break after those 2 busy, hot and heavy races. He had to take some time off and go snowboarding and blow off some steam.
Yeah.
And he broke his leg.
Yeah.
So whether or not you believe that professional athletes who get paid boatloads of money should actually be engaging in extreme sports or activities off the track or off the field, depending on what sport.
Yeah.
I personally don't think that's a smart idea.
No.
But apparently, Mr. Hendrick doesn't have a policy against that anymore as of 2021.
Mm-hmm.
He used to have a policy where you couldn't do that kind of stuff, and in 2021, he decided, let them do whatever they want.
Right.
So whenever they're not on the track, they race hard enough week to week, so when they're not on the track, go for it. Do whatever you want.
Right.
Do cartwheels down Niagara. Go over Niagara Falls in a barrel. Hey, Chase, you're going to go over Niagara Falls in a barrel next? Is that what you're going to do?
Yeah. Yeah.
But this may sound like I'm hating on Chase a little bit, but
you know what? Somebody has to, because NASCAR has been really covering it up to be nothing.
Oh,
From
yeah,
the announcers
they love him.
to the news to all the major outlets.
Well, he's the fan favorite, I guess.
He's the fan favorite, but I guess it's like if you're the fan favorite and you want to put your face on the sport, and then you're not racing.
Yeah.
People are coming out to see Josh Berry. And,
God bless Josh Berry.
God bless him. I'm not saying that, but...
Right, but he's not Chase Elliott.
But it's not Chase Elliott.
Right.
Right. When you want to have that reputation and you want to be the face of NASCAR and...
Yeah, he draws the crowd.
Yeah.
People want to come see him.
And like I said, my only problem with it is I don't like not hearing the other side of the argument.
Right. Not one person has said, well, geez, you shouldn't have been out there snowboarding.
Right.
But
from the drivers to the news to even they were, Clint Boyer looked like he almost wanted to say something.
Clint looked like he was a little
himself.
right. Yeah. And I can imagine. Yeah.
I don't know.
But then again, Martin Truex Jr. did say that he used to snowboard, but then he gave that up because, he said he wasn't very good at it and he didn't want to, hurt himself, but still, it still seems weird.
Right. Is there a difference between, and then the president of Hendrick Motorsports said in a statement that, you could break your leg stepping off a curb.
Yeah, whatever.
I mean, it's like, stepping off a curb and snowboarding.
Yeah, exactly.
Does anybody watch Fail Army on YouTube? I'm sure you do if you're listening to this.
Yeah, you probably do.
I do. And
it's
like 60% of all the fails are like people falling on snowboards and skis.
Yeah.
And it's like, because it's a very dangerous...
Yeah, you should probably take a little bit of care in the middle of the season.
Denny Hamlin, I think he plays golf and
basketball.
Which
basketball is borderline.
But Truex likes to fish.
Right.
I don't think he's going to break an arm on a bass.
Right.
I mean, unless it's a really big bass.
Slipped on a bass.
Slipped on a bass. Or, got a hook in his hand. But, I mean, he can still bandage that up and drive.
Right. Yeah.
So I think that's the only thing. It's just like if you're going to blow it off, which obviously Hendricks can because he's got 3 other drivers that did amazing.
Yeah.
And I guess he when you have all the money that Hendricks does, it's like, what does he really care?
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, they don't care, obviously, but the fans do.
The fans do.
I think the fans do, and I think they deserve to hear, the other side of it.
Right.
Because if you want to be a serious sport, if this was any other sport, it'd be on ESPN.
It's true.
Everyone would be talking about it. It'd be everywhere because, Aaron Judge decided to go cliff diving.
Right.
And now he can't play this year.
Right. Exactly.
I mean, it's like that would be big news.
Right.
And if you want to be, and I like to, NASCAR, you want it to be, contending as a real sport. I mean, it is a sport.
Right.
But they do get a little bit of that, it's not a real sport.
Right. They get the kickback. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Right. But if you want to contend.
Right.
And you want to be up there, then,
right.
He should be, I mean, you let your whole team down. I mean,
yeah.
not just your
Right, that's true.
your
that's
fans,
true.
but your pit and
your owner points are,
owner points and
I don't know. Chase Elliott, he may be a fan favorite, but he's always struck me as a little bit narcissistic.
Yes, exactly.
I mean, I could be wrong.
Nope.
I mean, it's not like I hang out with the guy, but just, from what I see, I watch interviews. I watch the sport.
He's
I read
got like
things.
a chip on his shoulder.
He does, because he's Awesome Bill from Dawsonville, son.
Yeah, so, I mean, like I said, I like him and I root for him and I'm happy for him when he wins.
Sure, yeah. Well, yeah, sure.
But, he does seem, it's like, I don't know. You can't, it's like,
I know.
Can you have it both ways all the time?
That's a good question.
I don't know. That's what I don't like about NASCAR is because, like, that's what, like, real quick here.
Yeah,
all right,
yeah.
There's a little bit of...
There's a little bit of stalls my engine. Yeah, okay.
It's a little bit of, stalls my engine. Yeah, it's stalling. All right.
All right,
there,
go ahead.
it's gone.
All
Okay.
right,
anyways.
it's okay.
So it's like what makes sports interesting is a little bit of controversy on any sport.
True.
I don't care what you watch or whatever it is.
Right.
And like look at like wrestling. What makes wrestling so great? Because he said this against that person. I know that's not a real sport, but it's entertainment. But
it may not be technically a real sport, but they are athletic, and boy, do they work their butts off.
They do
in wrestling.
Right.
Holy moly.
And what I'm trying to say is it's like let the fights happen. Let someone in the booth say, well, I think he should have. That's wrong. And I'm wrong. Let the fans have it.
Let
a
there
little
be
bit.
controversy.
Let there be a little. It's like NASCAR wants to they want like a wrestling atmosphere without without the
they're
hey,
trying to be all happy
no one's
and...
raking someone else's eyes. It's like. It's just
no one's running the table down.
No one's bringing the table down. And,
I know what you're saying.
Do you get what I'm trying to say?
I do. They're trying to make it family, they're trying to make it oriented to everybody, which is great.
Yes.
But they're also, you'd hate to see them lose that little bit of fire that made it so fun to watch to begin with.
Dale and Earnhardt.
Yeah,
and all
people
those...
getting mad and people calling people out.
Now I'm sure they're fined if they say something or if they go across the pit and push somebody. I'm sure they're all
fined. Yeah, but if you think about it this way, really, Joey Logano, well, I'm sure he didn't mean to. What?
Yeah.
Like in the past, he would have been like not banging on the trailer door.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I get what you're saying.
Yeah, so I think,
do.
And I honestly...
Of course, this season has been boring as all get out.
Because it's like, here's the thing. If you're not going to let a little controversy or just, have another opinion on something, guess what it becomes?
Oh, what? Well, that's snoring for those of you. For those of you who don't frequent my bedroom in the evening, that's John snoring.
And I wear a CPAP. So, but I'm just saying, it's just that if with no controversy and nothing to ever, contradict or.
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
I'm probably not sounding smart right now.
No, you are, but we get to the point, and we for time's sake, we gotta cut to the chase.
Yeah, I'm not happy with it.
Cut to the chase.
Bottom line, I'm not happy with it.
Did you see what I did there?
Yeah.
Cut to the chase.
Cut to the chase.
All right.
I like to try it first.
No, oh God, yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah. So that's it.
Okay. Well, you know what? We got to get a little bit of Cooter Mouse Jr.
Yeah, we have a Cooter thing going on.
A little bit. And then we're gonna go.
Okay. That sounds great.
And then we're gonna go to fantasy picks, and then that's it.
Okay.
All right. This week, we're going to talk to our trackside reporter, Cooter Mouse Jr. He was at the Las Vegas Motor Speedway, and he had a little fun in Sin City while he was there. Hey, Cooter, you got me?
Yeah, loud and clear.
Hey, how you doing, Cooter Mouse Jr.?
I'm doing pretty good, actually.
Good.
Yeah.
I just wanted to let you know that last time you were on, we had a couple of people say that you were talking a little too fast.
Who's talking about that? Who said that?
Well, just a couple of listeners.
I want to know their names and I want to know where they live.
No, you don't need to know that, Cooter.
I'm just kidding.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, well, I know. I'm a mouse. My mouth is small and I got 3 years to live, so I got to say what I got to say and I got to say it fast,
Right.
Like sometimes it's like,
right.
Yeah.
I understand.
But I'll try to talk slower. Is this slow enough for you?
Very nice.
That's better, right?
Right. Hey, did you have a good time out in Las Vegas?
It wasn't bad.
Yeah.
Pretty good time.
Good. What did you do off track?
I gambled.
Uh-oh, you gambled. Was that good or bad?
It was pretty good. and bad.
Oh, okay.
I was playing the slot machines.
Okay.
Yeah, not slot machines, but slot machines.
Oh,
Am I clear?
Right.
Slot machines.
Yes.
Yeah, okay. And I won some money.
Oh, good.
Yeah, and then I listened to the podcast,
Okay.
and you said to pick Joey Logano.
Yeah.
So I put all my winnings down on Joey Logano.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I lost them all.
Yeah, well, I didn't know that Brad Keselowski was going to bop him into the wall.
I was trackside.
Yeah?
Yeah, I think he did it on purpose.
Oh, so you were down there, you saw what happened.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he did it on purpose.
He probably did.
Yeah. You know Brad. He's Brad.
He is. Brad is Brad.
You know, when they were both on Penske, they were kind of, they raced each other pretty hard then, too.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Hey, what kind of fun things did you do outside of the casino?
I saw Elvis impersonator.
Oh, a real Elvis impersonator?
Yeah, he's a mouse.
Oh.
Yeah, he was Melvis. His name is Melvis.
Melvis.
Yeah, he's like a hunka burning cheese. I want a hunka burning cheese.
Oh my God, Cooter, you are hysterical.
Yeah, so I saw him and the kids, you know, I only have 10 left from Daytona.
Right.
But they're the smart ones, you know.
That's true, the smart one.
Yeah, the 10 that said, when I said, don't go on the track, those 10, you know, they were smart. So I guess they deserve to be there. So I took, you know, we took them to a couple shows. They saw Melvis and,
Cool.
yeah, we swam in the fountain that's free, you know. People don't know we're in it, so.
Right. Nice.
Yeah.
Awesome. Any other news from the race, or pretty uneventful?
Yeah, pretty uneventful, you know.
So it sounds like you had more fun off track than you did on track in Vegas.
It was definitely more fun off track.
Yeah.
You know, we're little, so it took us a while to get to the damn track from downtown Vegas. You know?
I bet.
It's like, 8 hours to walk, you know.
I bet.
Yeah.
Well, you'll be on your way to Phoenix soon.
Yeah. Where's Phoenix?
Phoenix is in Arizona.
Oh.
Yeah, you'll have a FedEx driver coming to get you.
Okay.
I'm gonna have him pick you up.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Well, that's like first class, FedEx.
That's right.
You know?
FedEx is first class.
Yeah, UPS was, yeah.
Second class.
It was like second class.
Right.
At least it wasn't USPS.
God, right. Then that's like sitting in the back of the plane.
My God, I could be on that.
In the cargo.
I've traveled USPS and I almost suffocated and
I'm sure.
sat in the truck for like a month.
I'm sure you did.
You know, not much to eat in the truck.
No, I bet. Well, we're going to Phoenix, the raceway's out in the desert. And it's one of my favorite tracks, so make sure you stay hydrated out there.
Okay.
Okay, and I want you to take in all the sights. It's probably going to be all on-track excitement next week. So
Okay. Yeah, I'll try to get on the track and give you like a live update right from the track.
Great. I don't think there's much to do other than the racetrack.
Yeah.
But
Oh, well, you know.
well, enjoy your trip to Phoenix.
Okay.
Thanks again for being in Las Vegas and
Yeah, no
enjoying
problem.
what you could see.
Okay.
And we'll talk to you next week.
That sounds good.
Cooter Mouse Jr., you are awesome.
Thanks. I know.
Oh, everybody, signing off then.
See you next week.
See you next week.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.
Okay, it's time for this week's picks for the United Rentals Work United 500. That's a mouthful.
That is a long title.
Yeah, I know. At Phoenix Raceway.
Okay.
Okay, I'm going to make this short and sweet since it's been a little bit of a longer show this week.
Yeah.
But you know what I always say? Come for the fantasy, stay for the fun.
Yeah.
Okay? All right, ready? Obviously, your first brilliant pick is Kevin Harvick. He's been here 40 times with 0 DNFs. I probably just cursed him. He has 9 wins here, 19 top 5s and 29 top 10s.
Wow.
His average finish is 8th place. So if you pick Kevin Harvick this week, you are likely to at least get a decent finish.
Yeah, I'll probably pick him.
Me too. Denny Hamlin, despite his... It seems like every week Denny Hamlin runs in the top 5 until the end of the race.
Yeah.
But... You know, he does very well at Phoenix. 2 wins, 16 top 5s, and 21 top 10s.
Okay.
And, of course, Kyle Busch. I didn't suggest him last week, but he's coming around again this week with 3 wins, 12 top 5s, and 25 top 10s.
Maybe I'll pick him.
I know. He's a good thought.
I said I'd pick Kevin Harvick, but now you said Kyle Busch. I'm like, well, maybe
I know.
Kyle
It's
Busch.
It's hard to decide.
That's a hard one. Yeah.
I know. Your bold picks for this week are Ross Chastain, as usual. Agreed, he has not been good at Phoenix. He's pretty much sucked his whole career here until last year, where he came in second place both times. So, and he's pretty much hot right now. So, Ross Chastain. You know who else is good here? Lucky for you, Ryan Blaney.
Ooh.
Yeah, his last 8 trips to Phoenix, he's only finished one time outside of the top 10.
Oh, wow.
And that was due to an accident.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, he has. He doesn't have any wins here yet, but he's got 5 top 5s and 9 top 10s.
Okay.
And then I debated on my last bold pick. And the reason that this is bold and not brilliant is because this person has 4 DNFs, so it's sketchy. But Joey Logano has won here 3 times with 8 top 5s and 16 top 10s.
Wow.
I know.
Including the championship last year.
Yeah, exactly. So the people to stay away from, my bonkers picks for the week, Chase Briscoe. Even though he has won here, he's not having the best season so far. Eric Jones, who isn't having the best season either. And Ricky Stenhouse Jr., who also has 4 DNFs, but he hasn't won here, and he doesn't even have any top 5s.
Okay.
Or I don't even think he has a top 10.
Oh, wow.
Maybe. But I don't know. Either way, honorable mention, people to keep in mind, Martin Truex Jr. has lots of top 10s here, and he's won, but he also has 5 DNFs, so he'd go either way. Same with Brad. Brad used to be really, really good here, but not in the last 2 years. But he is coming back around, so never know.
Yeah.
Of course, William Byron's on his hot streak, so that's always a considerable mention. So there you have it, your brilliant picks for Phoenix Raceway, Kevin Harvick, Denny Hamlin, and Kyle Busch. Bold picks of Ross Chastain, Ryan Blaney, and Joey Logano. And bonker picks of Chase Briscoe, Eric Jones, and Ricky Stenhouse Jr. Real quick, just wanted to update that it was announced that Chase Elliott will miss 6 weeks. He will be replaced by Josh Berry at the Ovals. And on the road course, it will be Jordan Taylor, who is a road racing Corvette driver. So,
oh, wow.
I guess he's very, very good. So,
yeah,
he might have to be in my picks that week.
Okay.
One final thing as I end my fantasy picks. If you or anyone you know has a gambling addiction, get help. Call the National Problem Gambling Hotline at 1-800-522-4700. If you like what you're hearing, follow me on Facebook at Holly's Racing Fantasy for a little more information here and there. You can listen to the latest episode of Holly's Racing Fantasy every Friday whenever there's a Cup Series race, wherever you get your podcasts. Or subscribe to Holly's Racing Fantasy on YouTube for current and past episodes. Thanks. Well, there's our closing music, so that cues you in that we are wrapping up Holly's Racing Fantasy for this week.
Yes.
Again, I want to say a special thank you to the girls I work with and to the mothers-in-laws and mothers and the brothers-in-laws. And the few random people out there, I think my cousin might be listening to this. But and the random people out there who I may not know, maybe I left you out of here, but I appreciate everybody who's listening.
Yeah.
I really haven't gotten a chance to push this much on social media or any of my other spots yet. But
we will.
We will once we get going.
We're still figuring out, the ins and outs of everything.
We really are. We really are. But it's fun. It's been fun to be here with you.
So far.
Fun to be here with you every week, John.
Yeah, it's great to be here.
All right. Well, next week we will do a recap of the Phoenix race.
Yeah.
And we will talk about the news and we'll go over the fantasy picks for Atlanta.
All right.
All right, everybody. Have a good week. Stay safe. Stay healthy.
Race on.
Race on.